Hi, I'm the Tale Weaver Omar, and DM here at A Tale of D20's Network.
Hi, I'm Zektown, and I am the DM here at A Tale of D20's Network.
Zek, you know I am the Dungeon Master for the drama-fueled, anime-inspired fantasy epic Descent into the Void, right?
Yes, but Omar, you know I am the Dungeon Master for the comedy-riddled, trope-smashing fantasy epic The Natural Ones.
I guess both of them are perfect shows for a tabletop podcasting network.
It's a good thing that people can find us at ataleofd20s.com then.
Yeah, you can also find us on Twitter at A Tale of D20s. That's at ATALEOFD20S, A Tale of D20s.
And you can find each show on Twitter at The Nat Ones Cast, at THENAT1SCAST, The Nat Ones Cast, or Descent Void at DESCENTVOID, Descent Void on Twitter.
So, if you want thrilling drama,
or a side-splitting comedy, A Tale of D20s has you covered.
Greetings, Dungeon Delvers, and welcome to yet another exciting chapter of A Tale of D20's Descent into the Void, where six friends journey together to tell a story of mythic proportion.
Gather round, gather round. Let me tell you a tale of life and death, of joy and sorrow, a tale of D20s.
So without further ado, let's remove the bookmark and continue our epic tale. Last time, Liberators, you ventured off, splitting into groups and completed your own individual tasks. King and Duran formed a mystical bond, collecting residuum off the consecrated grounds of the Prolepsy Sanctuary. Monako and Horatio returned from the Corporis Arcana, Horatio giving her a cold shoulder after Monako forcibly suggested of him rejoining the Corporis, and Cal, who entered a secret base for an order of paladins of Kellenborg called the Heirs of Equipoise. It was revealed that Cal was something called the Mortal Key, a power with the ability to unlock the doorway to Eustacia and the limits of things around him that was sought after by many. Kellenborg has split himself into both a Prolepsy and an Aegis by the name of Hades, doing so to keep the balance between the two. Cal was met by a man who was the leader of the group called Regan Coldhammer. He warned Cal of a group called the Bloodlen who was after the Mortal Key and sent an assassin to retrieve it by the name of Crixus. All of this on the call of the commander, Drusilla Lenar. Meeting back at the manor the next morning, you all had breakfast, discussed the events of the nights prior, and headed off into the city, dressing in disguise as Cal suspected that he was being followed, to which he was. Able to catch the hidden stalker, King dominated what seemed to be a strange vampire creature who revealed he was after the Mortal Key on behalf of Drusilla of the Bloodlen. Before he could say more, another assailant appeared and killed the captured foe before zipping away. So, Liberators, covered in blood of an exploded creature in a dark alleyway, as you stand next to each other wondering what had happened, what do you do next?
King,
yes,
could you...
Yes. I'm gonna prestidigitate the blood and gore off of everybody, and flower petals are going to fall down and sort of wash away the gore.
What was that?
It's whatever was following me. I've never seen anything like this before.
Me neither. It's strange. But at least, I guess we knew this is just confirmation that you're being followed.
We let the other one escape.
Then they know. Does that mean they're gonna come after you?
They have. They are.
It seems like they already started.
Oh.
We have to. I don't know.
Should we call a guard?
We don't really have anything to give to the guard. What a decapitated corpse. I think
we just get out of here.
We should just carry on with our plan. Let's get out of here and carry on with our plan and
As you guys look down at the decapitated corpse, it begins to fade away in dust, leaving nothing but just the clothes that was on its back as its body kind of furls up into the sky and blows away into the wind.
Are there any belongings in any of the pockets of the clothes? Can I check for that?
Sure. No need to roll an investigation check as there's only 2 pockets. You dig your hands in there. Inside the left pocket just seems to be a bunch of blood that in there as you kind of put your fingers in there and hear squishing time taking out. You smell the blood and it's ill as you try to wipe it off. And the other side, there is a card. On the card, you see what seems to be a symbol of a blood drop, a red blood drop, and nothing else onto it with a white background. So,
I have an idea. Can I channel my divinity in Kalimdor and see if anything triggers when I view this card?
sure. What aspect of your channel divinity are you doing?
I would say the conquering presence. I'm trying to overcome any kind of evil that may be about this, if it's
Okay.
under some sort of like evil protection or.
And what does it do? What does it do exactly?
Well, it really does. It gives like I exude a terrifying presence, and I can make somebody do like a wisdom saving throw, and I frighten the creature. And
Oh,
because
okay.
Because of auras, they're not allowed to move.
Okay, so we'll say you're just channeling your divinity in general around you and you're trying to feel out what's on the card. Sure, you can do that.
Yeah.
Didn't he use his channel divinity to activate the Kalimdor card?
Yeah, then I used the guided strike aspect, searching for meaning from the blank card.
We didn't see you do that last time, right? So
No.
we wouldn't know what you're doing because you're not announcing it, are you?
No, I'm not really announcing it.
Okay.
All right. So, Cal, as you close your eyes and try to focus in on the divine energy of Kalimdor, you shoot it out onto the card, similar to what you did before when you searched the card given to you by Ulathar for the heirs of Equipoise. Roll me a religion check at advantage since you're using your channel divinity.
That is an 18.
An 18. Very nice. So everything goes blank around you, Cal. The sounds and sights that you were experiencing before are nothing but shadows and darkness and silence. All you hear is just the energy and the hum of the holy energy within. And when you do, you reach out, you not only focus on the card, but the area around you, and it stretches out for further than you would have imagined. And not only do you sense somewhere within this city, maybe, that there's undead, but there's an undead force upon this card itself, like the stench of unliving just all around it, and it puts the hairs on the back of your neck on end as it's the opposite of Kalimdor, the dead rising from the ground and all that. But that's all you're able to pick up.
Everybody, I think there are undead in the city. I just
What?
tried to channel Kalimdor to shed some light on this card that I found in one of the pockets. And God, the hairs on my neck. There are a lot of undead in this city, and I don't know where.
I mean, he had fangs and blood. Do you think that he's a thrall or vampire? They're undead, are they not?
You think?
That's disturbing, especially. Go ahead.
Do you think we should tell somebody about this?
Do you think they'd believe us?
I think with all of the other zombie attacks,
I mean, it's definitely disconcerting, and we probably should bring it to someone's attention. Cal, when you do this sense, can it pinpoint you to where they're at?
I didn't get an exact location, but it was within the limits of the city, knowing how large it is.
When Cal says that, Horatio reaches in his component pouch and pulls out the black pearl. Does it look any different?
Blackpool right now, you know that it's only within a certain vicinity of you. It does not glow or alert you of any undead presence.
He just kind of holds on.
What's
to
that?
It. Well, this is what I use to identify items, and it also, I guess, glows when I'm near undead. So if this lights up, then we'll know.
Keep it close.
Yeah. So let's stay on track, shall we? Go get an odd job to do and make some gold.
Yeah, we need something.
maybe we should tell someone. Could we take a little bit of time and I'll ask for answers to see if it's a good idea.
I mean, we can, but not in the middle of this alley. Should probably go back to the mansion, or maybe go grab the quest first and then.
All right, let's just grab the quest then.
We've already traveled this far.
Maybe whatever we get will shed some insight on something.
All right. So, are you all? So, your original plan was to head to the Corporus and gain some quests using Horatio's access to do so. As you know, they have several quests there. Or you can go to any of the town's guards and see if there's any quests up. But those were your two choices. Where are you all heading?
I don't know. Where do we want to go? We can go to the Corporus, but I think the Corporus ones are probably going to be longer than a day or two. Maybe the guards might have something for us.
Majors, King says sadly.
I discussed that we can't do majors yet.
You're right.
Look at you, King. You can't even stop
King,
coughing.
are you okay? Let's spell you
I'm
got.
fine. I just choked on some of the blood. It just was gross.
Ugh.
And I missed a spot.
As King, as you say that and you think about it, you'd look over and then you feel a stinging sensation onto your chest. It burns, but not as much as you're used to it burning when this happens. Looking down and opening your chest, you do see a slight glow coming from the scar that appeared there after the whole ordeal with Miliki. Looking up, all of you see in front of Duran's forehead is a glowing symbol of elven scripture written in a weird cursive calligraphy-like manner. As they begin to glow, Duran, I need you to roll me a d4.
What's a D4? Then roll the 1.
All right. Duran, you can't quite place this feeling, but almost as King used that ability, you feel a part of you fading away. You're not sure, but the very elvish nature, the nature of your elvish lineage seems to be slowly piecing apart, and your long-lasting life has been decreased by 1 year.
Does Duran know he's lost a year from his life?
You have a feeling that something like that, a large chunk of the lasting part of your life. Like, you don't know if it's the steel eye mark on your head giving you this information or not, but you just know that you're mortal because you can die, but your long-lasting mortality seems to have been shortened.
King, I just had this feeling like
Are you all right? What happened? The mark started to glow.
I feel like some of my life is drained away from me.
The blood just drains from King's face and he goes pale white. What did you say?
I feel like my life itself has become shorter now. I don't know how to explain it.
What?
Oh, it's got something to do with as King expends his magic.
Oh,
It was taking from my life, but now it would take from yours. But I thought we would just sort of slowly share a pool. I had no idea it would rapidly pull from you just so directly.
What was that spell anyway? You just told him what to do and he lost that look in his eyes.
I thought that I would be performing Mage Wars today, so I prepared a Dominate spell.
It must have been very powerful.
That seems so wrong, though.
It is just a magic that allows you to control someone for a short time, but I would never use it to have someone do something terrible.
it is a very strategic option.
I was trying to prevent them from getting away or harming any of us.
Well, it did that.
Maybe we should get moving.
All right. So are we heading to a local guard station or the Corpus Arcana registration room or building?
Where are we heading, guys?
Monaco would push for the Corporus, saying they're likely to pay out more.
Let's go to the Corporus then.
Oh, is that our best option, though?
I mean,
We've been running there quite a
For
lot.
the-
Maybe we should try different.
I am with King on this. I'm kind of tired of going to the Corporus right now.
Well, if you guys don't want to go,
Maybe let's check with the guards and see if maybe they need us to kill something nearby and something that doesn't require too much of King's energy.
That's a good point.
All
I
right.
think you're right.
So you guys can go to any guard station. There are several placed amongst them, and they can easily give you guides on quest boards or any other thing you would like to do, if that is what you wish. So, leaving the alleyway after that strange altercation, realizing the scope of the connection between both King and Duran, you begin walking out there, looking back one last time, looking around to see if anyone's following you. But with your passive perceptions, you see that the coast looks clear and no one is following you at this point. After about 10 minutes, there is a local guard station with a dwarven woman with braided blonde hair, short stature, is sitting inside of the guard post. As you walk to enter her, she notices you. As you walk up to her, she notices you and says, hello then, how can I help you? You need help?
Yes, so we were wondering maybe if there is any quest boards available. We're looking for some quick cash.
Ye adventurers?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we have a couple quests that over at the quest board. If you walk down here, make a right, and then make a left, you'll be right in the town hall. There are several quest boards from different wizards and mages and all sorts of things who are looking for something. But if you're looking for the real juicy quests, I would suggest going to the Corporus Arcana. They tend to dish out the big bucks. But each his own. Of course, the Corporus, I hear they do some dangerous things, so I wouldn't want to go there either if I were you. But the choice is all yours.
Thank you for your
Not
help.
a problem.
And then Horatio turns around and heads towards the town hall.
Okay. So you all follow Horatio as you walk throughout, following the directions of the dwarven guard. You finally make your way towards the town hall. It's early in the morning, but it is bustling here, especially in the light district. The town hall seems to be very wide, at least 4 stories wide compared to all the others, and at least 3 stories tall. Going in, you see there's a large staircase made of white stone leading up, and several wizards, as well as other adventurers clad in adventuring armor, walking up and down its steps. You guys walk up there, passing past other venturers until opening up is large wooden doors, pushing it open slightly as some people walk through as well, and courtesy to let them in. You make your way into it and come upon a large white hall. There are several statues of the Aegis all around, as well as several boards from the left and right, and people kind of taking papers from them and then walking up to a desk not 50 feet ahead of that to register their quests.
I mean, Horatio would probably try to, without disturbing people, get to the quest board and see if he can check any interesting quests. I don't know what the rest of the group is doing.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stick me close.
All right. So walking up to one of the quest boards, you kind of push your way through, and people part ways as you see some people grabbing up the papers that are listed on them. There are 3 quests that seem interesting to you. The first, okay. So the quest is by a gnome warlock by the name of Abigail, not Abigail, but Abigail Tumph. She is looking for reagents for a spell. They are located not too far away from here. And she's offering 100 gold pieces per reagent found, and there are 4 reagents for more, so a total of 400 gold pieces. For more information, you can take this up towards the front desk, and then they will connect you with Abigail Tumph.
Does it say what the ingredients are?
No, it says for more information, you have to go and talk to Abigail.
What's the next one?
So the next one is a missing persons report. Reward 1,500 gold pieces, and it says speak to Rodell for more information. Dangerous mission. So Rodell for 1,500 gold pieces.
That one seems a little nicer on the pockets. And what was the
And
third
last-
one that you mentioned?
Last one is a monster slaying quest. Seems to be that there is a demon running amok at the towns from the south of Thelos. The towns are about a half a day's travel, so it will probably approximately take you 1 day to complete. And it says speak to Koben for more information.
That might be our speed.
That sounds like it'll save a lot of people.
Does it have a?
Yeah, that was
price?
1,000
Like how
gold
much?
pieces.
That one's 1,000. So finding the missing person would pay more.
And of course, as the guard said, if you wanted more lucrative, you can go to the Corporus for theirs.
Yeah, there's also that.
As much as I would love for us to go on a grand demon slaying adventure, I was hoping to spend another night in the mansion here.
The only one that seems like it's worth it is the missing persons, because it has the highest payout.
If someone's in trouble,
But a lot of people could be in trouble with the demons attacking.
you're right.
What do the rest of you say?
I think we should do the missing persons.
The missing person could keep us in the city, but we might have to go through several people to find one.
I mean, oh wait, no, never mind.
And what if they want to be found alive or dead? Doesn't say here. We could be going after somebody dangerous. This could be just as dangerous as a demon.
Well,
If they were to be found alive or dead, that wouldn't be a missing persons. That would probably be a bounty.
You're too trusting of ambiguity on these boards.
Why would they lie? That seems so
Could be
wrong.
right.
Oh,
Maybe it's not
We can-
entirely legal.
we can look into this one though. Seems like that's what everybody wants to do, so that way we can stay closer.
I mean, we also have 2 days. We can probably do the demon
We'll see.
slaying one as well.
Let's check this one out first.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Checking out the missing person.
Okay, so grabbing that paper, you take it, follow the instructions to head to the front desk. There's a little bit of a line to get there, but after about waiting 5 minutes, you're finally brought up. There is a armored-clad gnome who sits on top of the desk, or sits behind the desk as you see him stamping papers. He's wearing thick bifocals and very short brown hair. He looks on over to you as you step up. Hello. What quest are you be taking? What have you grabbed from the boards?
It's this missing person report.
Oh, yes. And he goes to grab the paper from you. Oh, by Rodel Ramar. Ah, yes. Oh, he's very eager to find this. Was a little shy on the details, but for 1,500 gold pieces, I'm sure it will be quite a good quest for you adventurers. And he looks eye you up and down, kind of squints and double takes when he sees both Duran and King, but pays it no mind and continues going. Well, I can call him over. We have access to teleportation circles, and he can be brought here within the hour to discuss the deal. Is that all right with you?
Horatio, what do you think?
I mean, what time is it,
I'd say probably mid-morning.
DM?
Yeah, it's about mid-morning, probably about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. But it looks like dusk.
oh, that's so convenient. Do you guys have a waiting room? Do you serve tea?
For the record, DM, don't forget that Horatio still has seeming up. So Duran and King and Minako all look like
Ah,
humans.
yes, okay. That's true, you still have that.
Only,
How long does it last?
only one that looks
8
like
hours,
it's
okay.
yeah. Seeming is for 8
Alright,
hours.
so yeah, then they don't
8
do a
hours.
double take. You all
Yeah.
look human. Oh yes, Cal looks
Except
like a
for
tiefling,
Cal.
so. And he doesn't do a double take to Cal. He's just like a tiefling, probably from Shivering.
I'll wait. Yeah, let's have some tea.
Okay. All right, certainly. Please follow the guard to the room here. We'll have him summoned within the hour. And then another human guard comes and, similar to when you first entered Thelos, and leads you on over to a side room, similar to that when you first entered in Thelos as well. Opening up the wooden doors, you go ahead, and it's a very well-furnished room where there's several seats, a small hearth to keep you warm by, as well as books for reading that title things such as Thelos and You, or the How to Magic 101, and other little simple books that seem to be to keep you busy while you wait. But the guard goes and ushers you all in there and says he will be. Well, he doesn't say anything. He just ushers you in before giving you a nod and then heading off. So about an hour passes by, unless there's anything specific you want to do. An hour passes by.
Yeah, while we're in there, Minako says, well, now that we have time, and she sits down and she pulls out a little bag full of bones, and she casts the augury spell, with the intention of telling people about the vampires or whatever. Is that a good idea? So, so she kind of sits down and starts to roll them, setting things out, and takes the 10 minutes to ritual cast augury spell, whispering into them, should people know?
So you go ahead and pick up the reagents and toss the bones onto the table. As they spin around and you cast a spell, they form into a shape that looks confusing, almost in the shape of a question mark, leading you to believe the patron does not have an answer and has a neither, or more almost an unsurety.
It says it's for the best.
Okay. Anyone else? Anyone to do during the hour that you're waiting?
I'll say to Minako after she's finished reading the bones and concentrating, and I'll say, you seemed excited about spending the evening in the mansion. I thought you didn't like it in there. What are you planning for tonight?
She kind of smiles and blushes and just says, "Oh, nothing."
You're up to no good, I can tell, he says jokingly.
She kind of like grins at him. What about you? I'm sure you'd be pleased to be spending your honeymoon in a mansion.
I know it is going to be quite nice, but I thought that we were going to do the communion ritual tonight.
You're right.
But we don't have to. We could do it tomorrow night
How long
if
does it
you're
take?
busy. Oh, I don't know. I would assume at least a few hours. It's an
Mm,
ancient old ritual.
Do those ones usually take that long?
I mean, I would assume at least an hour. It's to help you better understand, an object or better understand yourself. It's sort of like an attunement ritual. We were going to do it in the yard under the moonlight.
Oh, of
You
course
don't
we're
remember?
gonna do that. I just figured after we were done.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, hopefully it doesn't take that long. But, I mean, we can't rush first.
Oh, ever since your fear changed, you've been so excited.
I
I mean,
don't know. I feel like it's different.
it whatever it does, we have to get you closer to it because if it's some way that we can reduce it hurting you,
That would be
casting
good.
spells.
Now I feel terrible. I didn't know that was gonna hurt Duran so directly. I say quieter as I look over my shoulder at him.
He loves you, King.
I know. I can't believe I did that to him.
I mean, no, the bond between the two of you is something that runs deeper than just a formality. You have a true connection, and your love is real, and that the reality of that love gave rise to the power of this deep magic. But you have to be careful in the future. You can't hurt him anymore.
I didn't know that I would be so... It feels so selfish now. I felt like it was this deep bonding, and it is. And I feel so connected and so in love with him. And when the warden of the forest said the words and explained the bonding and said we passed the test, it made sense, and I don't regret it, but now I feel like I'm hurting him, and I don't know if I should have done it.
King, your love is real and pure. There's nothing more important in this, in any world.
How can I protect you and him and anyone if now the very magic and abilities I have directly hurt and sap the life of those I love? It's cruel.
He's willing to make those sacrifices for you. Just be gentle with it and don't go overboard. Maybe we can keep stalling, figure a way out of it.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm sorry, King. I don't want to lose you. She kind of like puts her arms around him.
I don't want to lose you either. I'm so glad that we're friends. You're such a good person. Thanks for talking to me.
And she hugs him like tightly and just says, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
Okay. So as you all sit there and talk in conversation, eventually the hour passes and you hear a knock at the door. Hello? I'm coming in. Opening the door, you see a tall human gentleman with fair skin, light blonde hair, matching beard that goes down all the way towards the middle of his sternum, wearing a green wizard's cloak with glowing rings and also gold etchings within the fabric. He looks to be about in his early 40s, and he does have piercing green eyes that matches his ensemble. Are you the folks who accepted my quest? I am Rodel Ramar.
Hello, Rodell. I'm Horatio. These are my allies here. We're the Liberators. You said that you are looking for a missing person?
Yes, I am. Well, I'm so glad you were to take my quest. Now, and he goes and closes the door behind him.
Just so we're clear, we haven't accepted yet. We want more details.
Fair enough,
on
fair
the
enough.
quest.
I guess I should have supplied more details, but I was a little afraid that if I was more forthcoming, that no one would accept it. So please pardon my ambiguity. Well, I guess I should get down to business. We are missing a special person, a person near and dear to me. She's been missing for about a week now. All I can say... Well, no, I shouldn't keep secrets. I am a wizard, if you cannot tell. My magic works a little bit differently than others, where I share a magical bond with a twin of mine. Since she's been... I suspect that she may have been taken by some... how should I say... enemies of mine. Rivals. Which has diminished my powers as well as hers. And, well... The Mage Wars are coming up. There's a huge tournament within the next couple weeks, and we were supposed to practice our twin magic. And, well, with her missing, of course I worry about my sister, but I also worry about the Mage Wars. We have a lot riding on this, and she knows the severity of the situation. So I need discreet adventurers to go searching for her. I have some clues you can find, and don't bother trying to scry or any of that. They must have put some type of block on her. Curses. But I have my suspicions. I just need you to go, just do some investigating, maybe crack some skulls if you need to, and find my sister. I will pay handsomely. 1,500 gold pieces.
Horatio kind of like looks at Cal and looks at King. Like, are we buying this guy's story? And I would like to do an insight check on him caring more about his sister than Mage Wars.
Okay.
I felt like he cared more about Mage Wars than his sister. So yeah, I want to...
Same here.
Yeah, you both can roll an insight check.
See if I believe that. 14.
21.
You both totally feel that he wants to win this Mage Wars, and his sister is just a means to an end.
So you're saying your sister's only worth 1,500 gold to you?
It's all that I have. Of course, with your same insight check, you could still tell he definitely has more than 1,500 gold that he could probably dish out. But
surely someone as talented as yourself in the Mage Wars would have more means than just 1,500 gold.
It's all I have. Take it or leave it.
We can find...
I think that a zombie quest or the evil quest was paying more than this guy. I think we should go.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time, sir.
But...
Good luck in the Mage Wars.
Please, no one else is except the quest is... Time is of the essence. I can give you 2,000 and that's it. Take it or leave it.
I think that we're gonna need 2,500 or it's a solid no.
I don't have 2,500.
Then how about 2,000 and a quarter of your winnings in the upcoming Mage Wars tournament?
Are you mad? No.
Well, how much would that be?
That's not the ordeal. This is not how it works here. Are you even from Thelos? Do you accept the quest or not?
No, I'm not from here, and I don't think we do.
Well, my word. Fine then. Just have to search otherwise. Good day. And he kind of storms out very angrily, slamming the door behind him.
I sort of felt like that's where you guys were going after realizing he cared more about the money than his sister, right?
Exactly.
Is that the right choice?
I mean...
I don't know.
It's fine.
I tried...
I don't think he cared about his sister at all, because if you did, you wouldn't put a price tag on it. You'd pay whatever you needed to.
Alright. Zombies it is. Or, what was the other one? I don't remember. I wasn't... Demons.
Demon.
Demons it is.
There was a demon slaying to the south that's been terrorizing the town by Koben, as well as the collect reagents, 100 gold pieces per. The Koben was 1,000, and Abigail was 100 per reagent, and there was 4 reagents, so 400.
Are they on the way? Maybe we can do both.
You don't know.
I don't think we
maybe,
know that yet.
Maybe they are. Maybe they're worth grabbing both if we can. And try
So
and get them
Corporus
both.
also has more lucrative paying...
But are they really worth going to? We've been pushing so much with them. I don't know if we should. And you can probably pick up King is very, obviously against the Corporus now. They're just so pushy with you, Horatio. They do not have your best interests in hand.
I'm aware.
So we agree.
We can still take advantage of everything that they do have available.
Either way, I think getting rid of this demon would do more good than finding some sister for an ungrateful brother.
I agree.
You're right.
I feel bad for the sister.
I have a feeling she isn't really lost, more that she's happily far away from her brother.
Well then we should definitely go kill that demon. I mean, it's actually terrorizing people. That will do some good and we'll get paid for it.
So what do you guys want to do? Turning down the missing persons from Rodel Romar, you hear his footsteps go off and he's long gone.
Let's go kill a demon. Cal is all about killing demons, so.
Yeah, no, I know his paladin senses are tingling right now. He's like, demon? Guys, demon. So yeah, no, we're gonna go back to the quest board and grab the one for the demon slaying, and as well as the reagents one, just to get more info on the reagents one.
Okay. So you guys head back over there and walk on over to the quest board, and they're still there. There's both the reagents and the demon slaying. You grab them both and walk on over towards the desk, and the gnome says, "Back again."
Yeah, Rodel. He's bullshitting with his quest. So, can we? I just would like more info on these two, and Horatio hands both of the quests to the gentleman.
Yes, Abigail Tumph. Oh, a very eccentric witch she is.
Witch?
Yes. She tends to delve into some type of strange magics. I mean, she's kind and she's very, how do you say, aloof, but she's harmless. If she's searching for 4 reagents, if I remember, pretty rare reagents. So, but no one wants to go on a fetch quest. Nothing really lucrative about that. But yes, we can go ahead and summon her. She is patiently waiting. Someone, and yes, Sir Coben. Oh, he is a demon slayer. He does side jobs for the crown every now and then to slay demons, but I heard this one has caused him a bit of a trouble, and he needs a little assistance with it.
Well, yeah, if you can have both of them meet up with us in the...
One at a time. Unfortunately, we can't just summon anyone there. There are other adventurers who want these as well. I can summon one, and if you accept it, we can possibly summon the other. But please, do not take quests that you're not going to solve. So who would you like to meet first?
The Demon Slayer, I guess.
Alright, so he will be here within the hour. So I'll have the guard take you back to your waiting room.
It's fine, I don't need it. And Horatio starts walking back towards the waiting room.
Alright then. And you guys walk on back on your own to the waiting room. The guard follows you nonetheless and runs to catch up to you, gives you a little snarl and opens up the door for you. You pass through and go into the same room once again.
And as Horatio passes by him, I didn't mean to be rude, I just remember how to get here. I apologize. And
he looks at you, says no words, and then as you all enter, closes the door behind you. And yet another hour passes, so now we're reaching to early afternoon at this point. The door opens up, and walking through, you see a dwarvish gentleman with gray hair. He looks probably to be up there in age, though very buff and muscular for his size. Like, if he's probably looks like a 60 to 70-year-old man, but his muscles and massive size and stature, although he is only about 4 foot tall, is massive. He's even more jacked than Duran. But he has a bald head and everything else is gray, and he has very small eyes as he walks up and says, and although he's wearing a wizard's blue ensemble, he does have a long sword to the side to his side, and he looks to you and says, "Well, are you the adventurers who are taking on my task of some demon slaying?"
That's correct.
My name is Coben, and I am a demon hunter. I work for the crown every so often, as well as for my own gain, to protect the weak and the meek of the arcane country. And it seems that there is a demon that currently the crown doesn't have the resources to take care of, with this oncoming undead. And he does quotes when he says that we've heard so much about. So I have been tasked, and I have tried. Unfortunately, I had to return with my tail between my legs. It's a very powerful demon, shifts in and out of the ethereal plane and back and forth, and pops up, slashing me. He turns around, pulls off his wizard's cloak until you see his very ripped back. Ripped in two ways, in muscular as well as a giant claw mark scar going from the right of his shoulder down to the left of his back palate. And he kind of puts it back up and readjusts his cloak, his robe. As you can see, I barely escaped with my life, and, well, none of my usuals want to join on such a dangerous mission. And I only have 1,000 gold pieces. But, there may be other jobs in the future if you do well, and I'll make sure to give you a call. So what do you say? I can give you more information about the demon, and it should take us about, if we hurry, about a half day's travel. It's between here and Goldgrass Ranch.
It is between here and Goldgrass Ranch? So where? On the bridge?
It likes water, so it's a river demon. And so just be prepared to defend yourself against water and ice magic and attacks. But yes, we'll be in the river.
How about it, Minako? We'll be back for dinner.
That demon that he was speaking about from the books that Horatio has read on demons, does it sound familiar
roll
to him?
Me a history check.
Right. That is an 18.
Well, you don't know the exact name of the demon. You definitely do. It's some type of kappa-like demon with webbed feet and webbed hands. A very duck-like shape, but it's large. It's a huge creature, and it goes into the water, mist, and turns into mist, going into the ethereal realm before popping out and slashing its opponents. It's good to have the sight of seeing in order to defend yourself, but if you don't have such sight to see the invisible, then just to be on guard, as it can pop out at anywhere at any time. It's very aggressive. You also did read about what kind of food it likes, and it does like raw fish of all types, so that could be used as bait.
So Horatio would say, I think I've heard of this demon. Maybe we can use some form of raw fish to bait it. Do we have any way of seeing invisibility, King or Cal? Maybe even Minako?
Not today.
I could potentially use my divine sense ability.
Well, it goes in and out of the ethereal plane, so you might sense it when it pops back in. Do I know if there are any immunities to it? Like, can it be charmed? Can it be stunned? Can it be...
While it's in, you do know that while it's in its lair, so to speak, which is a body of water is its lair, it does have, it is much stronger. You'll probably want to lead it out of the water. In terms of immunities, you do know it's immune to magical effects, or I should say it's resistant to magical effects, as well as magical damage, and as well as it is also immune to charm effects.
I know that it can't be charmed, so we can't charm our way out of this one, but it is going to be a difficult battle. We should probably lure it away from the water.
I guess we'll have to stop by and get some fresh fish before we go out. Or we can go fishing.
Well, Horatio kind of like looks at Minako and like has like a small little smile that he quickly hides, and I don't know if we have the time to go fishing.
Well, then we'll have to stop by a fish market or something. You said we have to pick up some fresh stuff. We could also get some fresh vegetables. I could make a soup. Anyway.
So what do you say, Koben? Maybe trap it or bait it out of the river? That might give us an edge.
Sounds like a plan. You know more about the demon than I do. You are a very learned wizard, are you?
He is, for sure. Well, shall we get going then?
Wait, we still have one more person to meet with.
Surely we can't take up Sir Koben's time with another errand.
Are you in a rush to kill a demon? Cal? You can tell like Horatio's trying to tease you a little bit.
I can't help but think of the poor villagers being terrorized by this demon, unable to bring any of their goods to this city for trade.
Yes, that's true. We want to make sure we save the people, but if you need time to prepare, that's quite alright. I wouldn't be ready to set off until at least further into the evening, say in about 2 to 3 hours, so I can gather my things and get everything ready for our trip. We'll probably return and be back here tomorrow morning, so you should be well rested. We won't be stopping.
Fair enough.
Well, that's gonna postpone you guys' plan, King.
That's all right.
We have tomorrow night.
Yeah. Isn't the gala in 3 days? So we have actually 2 nights. 2 extra nights.
Yeah.
So, do I take it you accept
Alright.
the quest?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. Make sure that when you're preparing, you find some fresh fish.
Oh, certainly. I can handle the bait. That was a great idea. Can I please have your names?
Name's Cal.
Pleasure, Cal. It's great to have a tiefling on our side. Your people are so inept in demon destruction. I'm quite jealous, especially your demon dancers. Oh, what did I give to have one of those?
What would you give to have one of those?
I mean, my hopes and prayers is what I can give.
Okay.
That's fine. My name is Horatio Kane.
Pleasure, Horatio Kane.
My friends call me King.
Oh, pleasure, King. He does a little bow.
I'll nod.
Monako, a pleasure. She does a curtsy.
Ah, a pleasure to meet you, Monako.
Dungeon Master, we've been talking to this guy for like over a minute at this point, right?
Yes. I'm assuming you want to use your ability to size him up.
Absolutely.
What aspects do you want to know about him?
What's his level compared to mine? And how strong is he compared to me?
He is 4 levels below you. He's 2 levels below you. And strength-wise, he has... What is your strength?
Strength is 4 level, strength of 11.
11? He's stronger than you. Do I need to give you exact or just tell you...
Oh, no, that's no way. That's more, that's all he needed. Awesome. So he can his suspicions. He's just wondering whether or not this might be Deja in disguise. He's always on guard.
For the record, Koben, this isn't our true appearance. We're just laying low right now. Just remember him, and I'll point at Cal. Whoever he's with, it's
Wait,
us.
so you're not fugitives, are you?
No, we're
No,
not
but
fugitives.
I've seemed to have attracted the bloodline.
What? He says, very shocked, stepping back a little bit.
It is all right.
All right, I've heard stories of the bloodline.
Like what?
Oh, they're just mischievous people, always hiding in the shadows, and there's rumors amongst the wizards in the matriarchy that they are... I mean, this is solely just... I'm surely they jest, but they're so shifty and shady that people are calling them vampires or something like that. Of course, all in jest, I'm sure.
No, it's really not, and maybe something we can talk about after we get done with this business. I will admit to you, I am a paladin of Kalemvor, and earlier today, I was being followed. We got some information from it, but all I have is this card, and when I tried to glean information, I got a large presence of undead in this city, who I can only trace back to the bloodline.
Oh, that is very unsettling, he says, furrowing his brow and scratching his long gray beard.
And we're only telling you because you're a demon hunter. So keep that information to yourself. And then I'm gonna glare at Cal. Like, how do you just spill the beans to someone we just met?
We can trust your discretion.
Look, what happens between you and the bloodline and whatever's between you, I will not involve myself. I just thank you for taking this mission. I wish I can offer you more, but unfortunately funds are down. But if you need my assistance in the future, then perhaps I can come to your aid for you doing this for me. I do not like the sense of having undead within my city, so thank you for that information, but I will make sure to keep mum's the word before anything is confirmed. But this is information that I think the king would love to know, or at least the Corporus Arcana. If they don't know already, can't trust those shifty wizards. But you didn't hear that from me. Secrets amongst friends.
No,
Horatio puts his hand on Coben's shoulder and says, "Secrets amongst friends. Not a problem.
Excellent.
I will
well,
call on you on that favor at some point."
And I will oblige. So, here is my address here in the Light District, and he writes down something on a piece of paper. Meet me here, handing it over to you, Horatio, in 3 hours, and we'll head off. And then we will go down and slay us a water demon.
let's do it.
Thank you. I'll let them know that you formally accepted, and once completed, you can pick up the money when we return back here into the town hall. But now that you have my address, feel free to stop by at any time you need something, friends. Ta-ta for now! And he begins walking out of the door, opening up, looking back at you one more time, giving you a smile and a nod as the old dwarven man closes his door behind him and walks off.
Cal, you probably shouldn't tell everyone that you meet about the Bloodland and whatnot.
Anyone who's going up against a demon with me is worth telling the information that Bloodland may attack them at any minute. I wouldn't hide that from you.
I understand, Cal, but, mentioning you're chased by them, just say, like, hey, keep an eye out for the Bloodland. You never know. They might
did
pop
blow
up.
that guy's head off.
I think it would blow a lot of people's hats off with the amount of undead in this city.
I agree with Kyle. People should know if they're in danger with us.
I think that discretion would be a little more beneficial to us, though. I don't disagree with disclosing some information, but how we do it really matters right now.
Absolutely, and I'm not saying that you did anything wrong. Telling him is just maybe the wrong time. He's not with us right now.
That's understandable. Well, should we get back in line and hear what this witch has to say?
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys head out, alert the front desk that you're ready for the next one, and then the proceedings happen again, and you walk back into the room. Another hour passes by, so you have 2 hours until you should meet Koben. But there is another knock at the door, and opening up this time, it's a small gnomish girl with pink hair and fuzzy pink knuckles with a deer's ear on that makes her look very strange. She has small little, not horns, but kind of antlers sticking out, like as if they've been chopped off into stubs of antlers on top of her head. But she's clearly a gnome, and she goes, and her eyes look very like they're darting left and right, and sometimes not even looking in the same direction. And she kind of is a little off-putting towards you. She was wearing a green and brown robe, a wizard-like robe, or just a regular robe. And carrying on her side, she does carry a little book that's hanging off of her belt with strange, fleshy wrappings all over it. And she goes,
Hey there! I'm Abigail. And are you the adventurers who are seeking my quest?
You want to field this one?
Oh no, Horatio, I would not want to say the wrong thing. Maybe you and King could take this one.
Hi! I'm gonna push them aside and walk up to her. Hi, it's so nice to meet you. Yes. Please tell us more about what you need.
Oh, certainly. So, well, the reagents that I need are well, a little unorthodox, but they can make some really cool potions.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, there are 4 parts of a potion that I need that I'm really concocting up, and I'll even throw an extra if you take it, so I can use you as test sub as just to see what the results of my experiments are. Oh, an extra 500 for that, but 100 per reagent.
And what are the reagents?
Well, first, I'll need you to get me some feces. I just need any type of demon feces. They're already around and where they kind of lord around, so it might be a little dangerous, but you don't have to interact. Just kind of survey the land and grab me like about a vial's worth.
Okay. Are you gonna provide us with the vials?
Yeah, certainly. I have plenty of vials. And she opens up her cloak a little bit, and revealing that she's wearing light tunic underneath it, matching the same color as her cloak. But inside she's see vials full of all types of
bubbly concoctions. You have no idea. But there are several empty vials as well.
Horatio would say, okay, as long as you provide us with the vial, it shouldn't be an issue to get feces. What is the other reagents? What are the other reagents?
Well, the other reagents might be a little difficult, but it's fine. So, there's a bunch of demon boars that tend to run around all throughout the plains. They don't do much damage other than eating other livestock. But I just need a small swab of their saliva. So, demon boar saliva would be great. You can either find something that they've eaten and take it from that, or if you're feeling really adventurous, you can kind of just capture them, put your finger in their mouth, and just kind of secrete it into one of these vials.
And you're making a potion with these ingredients?
Oh, yes, I am.
Oh, do you think it's the best potion to be making?
Oh, I think so.
What kind of potion are you attempting to
That
make?
was not part of the agreement. Just get me the items.
You can get you the items, but what if you're making some demon potion?
I mean, I'm not making any. You have my honor that I'm not doing anything nefarious. I just like to experiment and find out new things. These demons that walk about, it's not illegal to gather these here, and I'm not doing dark magic. I'm making a potion.
Do I believe her?
Roll me an insight
Can
check.
I join in on this?
Certainly.
Ooh,
22.
22.
15.
You both believe her. She doesn't seem to be nefarious or anything like that. She just seems to be crazy.
I'm just gonna look at Horatio, just completely turn my head even though I'm sitting next to her and just be like, she's crazy, and like mouth it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm just gonna mouth, she's crazy.
And you're gonna hear in your head in brain chat, I know. What's the time limit on this?
Well, I didn't tell you the rest. There's still... I need
2 more.
2 more.
Yeah, what's the next one?
I need sap from a corrupted tree. Now, trees get corrupted all the time around here, so that should be the easiest. You just need to find the tree, but the more corrupted the tree, the better. You'll really know because the ichor will be completely black. So, I need to be black just like my eyes.
And she opens up her eye, and then she has 2 very dark black eyes, and she opens up her eyeballs and goes right into your face, King. And then you just see, like, look into her eyes and just see it. You see? And so it's really awkward how close she's getting towards you.
Duran kind of steps in and separates them.
Oh, sorry.
What is the final ingredient?
Oh, that one's easy, though. It might be a little out your way, and it might be a little dangerous, but hey, I'm paying good money. I just need a small rock from Oxier Heights.
Oxier Heights?
No.
Isn't that the land that connects to the Dark Realm?
The mountains lead all the way in here into Thelos. You don't need to go on that side. Just any one of the mountain rocks that get there. Just give me a little chunk. I hear it's oozing with demonic magic, and I quite want to play around with it.
Okay. I'm about to hit her with a strong no. Do we have any objections?
I brain chat. We should absolutely not get her any of these things.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Yeah.
In fact, I think we should report her.
You know, I didn't have an issue with the feces, but you lost me at Demon Drool.
Wait. What if I offer you another 1,000 gold pieces?
Yeah, money isn't the issue. We just think you're up to no good.
I'm not, though. Look at me. I'm innocent. I'm just your casual warlock trying to just dive deeper into this demon magic. It can help the crown a lot if we figure out their secrets, and maybe they'll let me back in. No, never mind that.
I think we gotta get going, right, guys? Remember there was that other.
Yeah, we have.
It's been great.
Aww.
Sorry that we couldn't help you.
No.
It was good
It's
meeting
very-
you, but we really
It
gotta
was
go.
very nice.
You're
to
the
meet you.
20th group that's saying no.
I think
Hey.
then you should give it up then.
But I
No,
need this.
good luck with your potion.
No. I think Duran, I'm gonna like put my hand up to be like, don't encourage. Just give it up. Like this one's not worth it.
Have you attempted to make
Aw.
anything with Heaven's Due?
I mean, we have all the clerics and the paladins and all the other wizards of divinity who deal with that stuff. I am a warlock. I happen.
You should. Sorry.
I-
No, go ahead, Miss Warlock.
I'm a warlock, and my patron happens to be quite the astounding devil from the 9 hells, which is totally under control and legal here, I might add you. And I just
want to just dive deeper into the dark arts. Not evil, just dark.
What's your patron's name?
That is none of your concern.
Oh, you were asking us to help you, and you can't even hold a conversation with us. All right, well, we got to get going. And Horatio will move past the gnome to exit.
Oh,
You never know. 21's a good number.
fine. He's gonna be so upset. And she storms off, kind of twitching as she walks away. All right, so I'll delete that. As Abigail leaves, very upset nonetheless, you walk back, alert the front desk that you will not be taking that, and they seem almost like they expected you to say no to the eccentric Abigail. But you have your quest in tow with Corben. The address has been written onto the card, which you see is located here into the Light District. So as you prepare to go on and accept the quest and meet up with them, we will take a break. Hey there, Dungeon Delvers. Thank you for listening. I would like to take this time to thank all of the wonderful people who helped bring Descent into the Void, a tale of D20s to life. Starting with Frank Freire, who designed our character art, Kyle Misko, who collaborated on the main, mystical, and night theme songs, Manuel Lapuca, who collaborated on our battle and adventuring theme song, Jan Rosa for the use of their original soundtracks, David Chappell for the use of his End of Silence, A World of Color soundtrack, MFY for the use of their Dragon Castle Symphony for Duran's theme song, and Danny.Phantom.01 for creating the Liberators' full art. You can find more about these wonderful artists on our website, ataleofd20s.com. Now click on to part 2, and let's continue our epic tale.